Welcome, everybody. It is good to see you all. Man, dude, knock that shit off. Get the fuck out of here with that. No, sorry, not that. I deleted the wrong. I deleted the wrong comment. Sorry about that, Toast. Um, yeah, so yeah, this is gonna be fun, guys. Already see we have some enthusiastic people in the chat. Uh, welcome, all of you. As long as you keep things respectful, you're welcome here. Civil discourse is a thing. So as long as you are cool, yes, chant church, 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 all you want. All of church's fans are welcome here, as long as you stay respectful. Um, now, uh, and the fact is I'm glad you're here. If any of you have any sense of logic, what I'm going to end up doing here is breaking down to you why I find what he does absolutely ridiculous. Now, I think his heart is coming from a good place. Again, don't get me wrong. I've said this numerous times. When I did my last stream, the 500th one, I was very grateful that you guys were here for that. Grateful to Toast, who I see in the chat as well, for joining me, and Monty from the Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. I am really, really grateful that we had such a fun stream. But I was fair. I think I was fair. And yeah, if you're expecting like a big roast thing happening here, I mean, maybe it might come off that way a little bit, but that's not necessarily what I'm here to do. I try to focus on logical thinking, and the more this dude continues to involve himself in the Kylie Rodney case, I mean, it just makes more content for me. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is I'm going to now, this is the thing. Let me set this up a little bit. So Ryan Upchurch, who is a popular rapper, singer, musician, well-rounded musician, I might add. He is talented. I will not try to take that away from him at all. I have not, and I will not. Now, this is this is the thing, is as long as I've been doing this channel, I have called people out on handling missing persons cases and crime cases where somebody was unalived or worse. And there are worse things in my mind than unalived. I call these people out when it comes to people being involved on the sidelines that might find what they're doing damaging to their own reputations, to their own everyday life. They're already dealing with a lot of grief. They're already dealing with a lot of stress. And so what I try to do is try to protect them. Now, and what's funny is the problem with that is the channels that I call out, sometimes they just don't care. Other times I think they do care. They're just not mindful of it. And they're just thinking about how cool they're going to look on the internet by talking about it. I think that Ryan Upchurch falls under the latter category of that. So I'm going to go ahead and start by playing that. Okay, real quick before I get into that. Ryan Upchurch started off basically making accusations at people who may very well be guilty or not guilty of a crime. Who knows? But the problem is that we don't know. And he started making very loose accusations towards people that, we don't know anything. Now, granted, these people have put themselves in the front of everything because they seem to want attention. I think they're just kids that want attention. That's my personal take on all this. To me, that's the safe route to go. And I'm going to go ahead and share something real quick. Um, no, not that. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Sorry. I just read that again. It just tickles me every time I see it. Um, so here we are. We have Ryan Upchurch's post here that was posted 2 hours ago. And I'll go ahead and read that. It says, I like female crime enthusiasts on YouTube better than the male crime enthusiast. Um, it seems majority of the female crime conversations express possibility and chance and logic more. Hell yeah. Majority male crime community want to rub people's feet and talk all soft, say everyone is all innocent and feed them dip in dots and wait for people to tell them what to think. Boring. You investigating or procrastinating? I'm gonna break this whole thing down. He says he concludes with P.S. Glarer, holla, shut up, you little Irish midget. You look like you go to Planet Fitness to look in mirrors and drink water the whole time. um, so thanks for the compliment, first of all. Second of all, I'm not Irish, all right? And I'm 6'1", and I am no midget. I think you mean a leprechaun. I cannot even do an Irish accent. So, yeah, dude, you're way off. If you must know, I'm half Dominican. The other half is Austrian of descent. And I, like I said, I'm 6'1", so I'm pretty sure I'm taller than you based on what I've seen. I'm definitely taller than your boy Dolly. Just so you know, holler at your boy. Um, now I do drink water a lot when I go to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in a while, actually, but I do drink water a lot when I go to the gym. I recommend everybody drink water when you go to the gym. Okay. You don't want to dehydrate. Okay. It's very, very important to stay safe. Um, but let me go more into what he was talking about as far as the female crime enthusiast versus the male crime enthusiast. And I do like the fact that he used enthusiast because he didn't say fan. There are actually people that have, like, I like this one podcast called True Crime Garage, and they're great. They're fantastic. I don't know if you guys are fans of True Crime Garage, but I'm a big fan of True Crime Garage, and they call themselves true crime fans. See, I have a problem with that wording because I'm just a stickler. You know, you can call me a Karen as far as that goes if you want. My whole thing with that is I'm not a fan of murder. I'm not a fan of murder. I'm not a fan of rape. I'm not a fan of uh, child molestation. I'm not a fan of any of these things. None of these things make me happy in any way, shape, or form. So I am enthusiastic about learning more. So I refer to myself as an enthusiast. So the fact that he used that word, I'm going to give him props. But where I get hazy is the whole male versus female thing here. And he says the majority of female crime conversations express possibility and chance of logic more. Okay, no. Now, what you're talking about is now, first of all, let me just say that it's really ignorant to differentiate female from male creators, because I will call out either one, whether or not they're male or female. I really don't give a shit. If you're doing something irresponsible, I'm going to call you out. And when you say that what they're doing is expressing possibility and chance, that's not what they're doing. What they're doing is they're irresponsibly speculating and creating a narrative involving people who have real lives with real jobs, with real families, with real friends, with real social lives, and you perpetuating a rumor about them that may or may not be true, but you don't have any proof that it is true. What you're doing is you're making things more difficult for them. So whether they're innocent or not, now here's the thing about that, and I'll explain this to you directly, Ryan, because I know you're listening. Now we know, we have proof that you do listen to me. So since I know for a fact that you're listening, I'm going to address you directly, and I'm going to tell you, I think that it is very, very irresponsible, because if the people that you are accusing and spinning a narrative so that your fans will accuse them of something falsely, if you're spinning that narrative, what you're doing is absolutely irresponsible, in the sense that if they are innocent, then you just made their lives way more difficult for no reason whatsoever. Now, there's an open argument to that when it comes to this particular case. Okay, there's an open argument to that, because there's the 18-year-old girl Sammy, who has gotten in front of every camera and has expressed herself. There are certain things about her, certain things about Megs that you said that I acknowledged and I agreed with, as far as your observations go in the last stream that I did. But you also were straight up saying, I think these people did something. I think these people know something. What that does is causes your rabid fan club, or at least certain members of your rabid fan club, to dox or harass these people. That's not a good thing, because they may be very, very innocent. They may just be people who may want a lot of attention, and positive attention, because they're just kids and social media runs the world. But is it fair that they get harassed? Is it fair that they get their lives threatened? Is it fair that they get accused of a crime that we don't even know happened? Because remember, all we know is that Kylie is missing. It's all we know. We don't have any other information on that. So the only thing that I've been calling you out on is using your platform irresponsibly. That's it. I don't give a shit about your music. I don't give a shit about actually, I think your videos are funny. I'm going to play a few of them, and I'm going to laugh because I find you entertaining. But I don't find you to be somebody who should be coming off as sleuth, because you're terrible at that. And we're going to kind of laugh at you as far as that goes too, as we move forward, just to be clear. So I don't want to blindside you in any way, but I will be fair. I've always been fair when addressing you. And I'm not going to stop addressing you if you continue to do what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, it is kind of funny, because I've noticed that you strategically did something here. You strategically shifted after I made these same points, the points that I'm making now. You shifted your energy onto an anonymous caller who ended up saying things. I even read quotes from the Sun from that interview that Ronnie had made. This person you keep calling Red Flag Ronnie or Red Heron Ronnie, and you know what? I honestly don't really have a problem with that. The fact that you're calling this dude out and and saying the things that you're saying about him, they don't really affect anything because the dude is completely anonymous. It doesn't harm him in any way, shape, or form. Now, when you sit there and you go, I'm going to find this guy and I'm going to find out who he is without any basis, just because you find his phone call to Ickmail or however you pronounce his name, sus, that doesn't mean that gives your fans a right to, hunt the guy down, to harass the guy. I'm sure the police have already looked into this guy. I'm sure they have all the information. Like, if your little lapdogs can track someone down through a phone number, which you did hilariously, by the way, I'm going to get into that too. If your little lapdogs can do that, you don't think that there are professionals in law enforcement, in the many different law enforcement agencies that are charged with the responsibility of finding Kylie? Because isn't that the most important thing, is finding out where Kylie is or what happened to her? Isn't that what the most important thing is? Now, I realize you've donated things and you've maybe donated to a reward or whatever. That's great. Cool. Awesome. But that's where you should limit yourself. Now, I don't think that what you're doing at this point is of any harm as far as this Ronnie guy goes, because like I said, he's anonymous. Who the fuck is this guy? Nobody knows who he is. Nobody knows where he lives. Nobody knows anything. But you're actively trying to find this guy based on what? A shady sounding conversation? Now, real quick, I'm going to go into we're going to kind of follow that trail there.
Channel down below. And I guess let's get started with it. I do believe Ronnie. I'm like in this position because he called into my show and I appreciate him calling in, just like I appreciate Ryan calling in. And with Ronnie, I had spoken to him multiple times. He's, we've seen his Instagram, we've seen some of his family. He's gone out to the rec center in person. He's said that his cousins have spoken to law enforcement. So yeah, like I didn't know that this was gonna snowball into what it snowballed into. And so, but today we were live streaming and Ryan called in and he was talking about it. And then Ronnie was like, you know what, I'll call in and for everybody to talk about it. And so this is that conversation that happened today. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications. And yeah. And well, one other thing. Well, I am for like people having conversations and disagreeing and all that. I don't agree with like the name calling where he like called Ronnie bitch ass and like all his different things. That I wasn't kind of cool with. I feel like we still could have had the conversation without all that. Well, from the video and from the live stream, but the conversation happened nonetheless. So you guys comment down below, let me know your thoughts. And yeah.
Yo.
Hey, how you doing? Who's this?
It's Upchurch, bro.
Oh shit, it's Ryan. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, dude?
Thank you for calling.
Pretty good. Look, I just want to say this. Everybody say human trafficking. I want to say this. How'd nobody see it, bro? Let's be real.
He's like, wait, what?
How'd nobody see what?
Like everybody's saying, like everyone's like, oh yeah, human trafficking.
Yeah.
What is the evidence of this human trafficking? If that's the case, why didn't anyone else get trafficked? If the chick was going back to her car with her over and over, if somebody was plotting and watching in the woods, why wouldn't they steal both of them instead of just one of them?
Right.
Especially if, how'd that person get there to do that? Will they do leave their car there and take her car and leave their car there? No, dude. And I see everybody's like, oh, this guy, he's so crazy. I see y'all in the comments. That's fine. But what am I pointing out?
That's because this creator has smart subscribers.
Everybody's like, yeah, Ryan's crazy. Leave the Ronnie guy alone. The fucking Ronnie guy called and said that he had two cousins that are fool. They
Right.
watched her all night. What you mean? Like,
Now-
oh, you're acting crazy. All right, motherfucker. Well,
before I continue this, again, I actually agree with Upchurch's assessment of this Ronnie caller. Honestly, I honestly do. Like, the dude is weird and shady. I think he either doesn't know jack shit and he's just making shit up and just wanted to be involved in some way, shape, or form. Without getting any of the the blowback from being public. So he was anonymous. So yeah, I think that he's right about this dude sounding shady, but he's jumping to the conclusion that this Ronnie dude was somehow behind. Like he's making these real weird, implications that he's somehow involved in her disappearance, when there's really nothing to indicate that other than him just being shady, and that's really it.
some 30-something-year-old dude calls and says, "Oh yeah, I had two cousins there that was watching her all night and seeing what she was wearing and when she left and how drunk she was." You mean to tell me you ain't gonna ask questions? Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I don't blame it. Like a lot of things that you were saying, like I've seen that in the chat. I do feel bad for the guy because I've had quite a few conversations with him and he seemed like genuine to me and open. But like the things that you're questioning and saying, I've seen a lot of that too. I mean, even like literally like the call
Also,
after was something like that.
Also, bro, think about even before that. Take all that away from everything. Why did this person put themselves in the position to call you to give you information, like set in information? And now they're like, "Oh, wait, no, I don't want to talk." Yeah, that's because their information was bullshit.
I don't think it is.
Well, that's what's interesting is I actually agree with him in that sense, but he doesn't even agree with himself because he doesn't think through his thoughts. I think that I'm questioning why he's calling this YouTuber. I'm wondering why anybody involved in any crime case, like directly in any way, shape, or form, calls up a YouTuber to talk about it. I question their credibility right there and then whenever they do that. Now, I see a YouTuber reaching out to somebody and being like, "Hey, I know you're this person, and if you want to talk, I'm here. I would like to invite you on the show, and I understand if you don't want to talk, but I would love to get your side of the story." Like, I get that, but this is just some guy who took it upon himself to decide to call into this dude's channel, and all of a sudden, he knows everything that happened to his at this party because his two cousins were there. But he goes into details and talks about this as if he was there. So, like, I'm not buying that he had two cousins there or that he wasn't there. I'm saying either he's making this shit up or he was there.
I don't think it is, man.
Information, like what information? What part?
I believe that he did have some cousins there or somebody there at that party that the details that he gave.
Oh no, that part's true.
Yeah, but you think it's him though? You think he was actually at the party? Is that what I'm getting?
No, I'm saying.
But he does.
I'm saying
because he makes
knows
a bunch of
something.
videos after
like,
this,
like what
saying that he does
him from being like, "Yo, okay, well." The whole, well, I can't say their name. It's like, why not, bro? Why? Like, don't you know? Like, bro, he has to know since he said that on this interview that law enforcement is definitely going to be in contact with him.
Right. I know the reporter got in contact with him. Yeah, the reporter got in contact with him. He said in a comment, let me just read it to you real quick. He said, LE knows my cousins. That's good enough. He said, I spoke with police face to face. He said, this was just the comments he was talking about in the chat. And he says his cousin spoke to them. So I don't know how we would even be able to verify that. Ronnie wants to be added to the call. Can we talk together? You want me to add Ronnie? Can we all talk together at three-way? I can add him. You want to do that? All right, let's see. Ronnie,
now, before I get into that, John Davis is like, Upchurch is way smarter than he looks. I'll give you that. He's definitely smarter than he looks. But is he smarter than he sounds? I'm gonna say no.
See what Ronnie has to say too.
So Ronnie's
Hold on.
calling in. So
What's
now
his number?
Upchurch
I
gets to
think
confront Ronnie.
All right, let's get everybody here. Okay. I guess I'll have to call you and add you. Can you call in, Ronnie, and then I'll add you to the. I don't want to go to too many different screens and mess something up.
This is not helping find Kylie. What are you talking about? He knows 2 people that was there, fool. What are you talking about?
Ronnie, call in if you can to the number so I can just add you in. If not, I'm gonna have to like make a new outbound call and then merge you in. I don't want to lose Ryan. Call the 954-787-3009.
Chat, I love you guys, but this is not attacking somebody. They are telling us that they have information of people there. Dude.
Why are you so concerned with the chat? Why are you so concerned with the chat, dude? Like, stop crying.
Listen,
stop
I think
crying.
It's an important conversation. I mean, the news was even, they had made some post about it or whatever, about the call. And so either way you feel, I think it is an important conversation. I don't think like this guy like has the answers or the cousins have the answers. It is important, I think, at least for the cops to talk to them or whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody said, Tripod said, I'm with Upchurch. This is super sus.
If the police, bro, if the police
What's
knew
up,
about
Tata
that
Jedi?
information,
Shut the fuck up.
And it was secret information that would lead to something better and knowing something, then he would not have been allowed to be on a YouTube channel talking about it, bro.
All right, I'm gonna move him in now. I think I got him here. Let's see if he can talk. Let's see. Ronnie, are you there? Can you hear all of us?
Hey.
Yeah, but those aren't his fans.
Ryan, can you hear him?
Those aren't his fans' adventures.
Yeah, I can hear him.
Okay, good. All right, cool. So let's just start, Ronnie.
So what's the problem?
So do you want to ask him some of your thoughts, or like,
Ronnie's like, what's up?
Your cousins were there at this thing. Go ahead.
How did your cousins that didn't know her see her all night?
They didn't see her all night.
Well, they seen her getting fucked up.
No, they didn't see her getting there. They didn't. The only thing they said when I asked them, they just said, yes, we saw her. She was drunk when we saw her. She talked to a group of guys or something, like walked to a group and was like walking back and forth. But everyone was like walking back and forth. They saw her walking back and forth. That was it. Then they did their own thing. They didn't think of to pay attention, or there was other people there drunk too. But they noticed her because of the pictures that came out online, all that stuff. It's like people were asking me, like, how did you know she was in a bodysuit? They already talked to police before me. Like, I didn't have nothing to do with that. And when they came back to me, they told me, well, we gave them our information. They didn't treat it as anything viable. They told us there was nothing for them to go on. It was nothing for them. Like, it wasn't important. There was nothing there for them to go on, especially because they didn't see her at a critical time. They didn't see her later on. So I was like, okay, well, if that's the case, I guess I can talk about it a little bit. And I asked them if it was okay if I talk about it. And they were like, yeah, it's fine. Just don't say our names. And I was like, okay.
Did they mention anything about the white sweaters? The white hoodie? Did they say anything about that? Or?
No, but that's like, no, there was nothing about no white sweater. I didn't hear anything about a white sweater. Like, I don't know Kylie at all. I thought it would be cool to give a little bit of information on what it's like out here. Like,
see, that's interesting though. That's interesting right there. That detail is interesting because if he's saying that these people were eyewitnesses and he can describe what she was wearing, but then there's pictures that show up that emerge of her at the party, and law enforcement has these pictures of her wearing this very loud white hoodie with pink writing all over it, then you know what I mean? Why doesn't this guy know about that? Why didn't the cousins talk about that? So I have to take everything, and that's what I'm saying. I think the responsible thing to do is to take everything that anybody is saying here that's not law enforcement with a grain of salt.
From the area, I used to party out here, like a lot. Like I partied at Prosser in 2012 and 2016. It wasn't as many people as was this freaking party. I haven't been a party that big. But
okay, let me address this.
How
a
old
lot
are
of the
you?
stuff there was like,
because the argument is right now, right? Before it was, well, you know, Upchurch is at least putting her name out there, but now people are going, well, Upchurch is sleuthing. What are you doing, Glare? You're not sleuthing? At least he's sleuthing. Here's the thing. And he has used his own mouth to say the same thing. I'm not a sleuth. Okay? So I don't pretend to be one, because it's irresponsible for somebody to try to do a professional's job when they're not a professional. And something as life or death and as vital as a missing 16-year-old girl requires professionals, and everybody else needs to know their fucking place and shut the fuck up. Church included. Okay? I don't give a fuck what you think of me for saying that. And he's even said it himself. You're not a sleuth. Neither am I. But then what does he do? He starts going on and making videos, sleuthing. An amateur armchair detective, somebody who is trying to solve a case when they have absolutely no experience solving cases whatsoever. That's Stormy Ray, what a sleuth is. It's spelled differently, but thank you for asking.
huh?
How old are you?
I'm 29 right now. In 2012, I was, what, 23? I'm trying to just...
So,
go back to
question:
20.
how you know about all these girls that like to go there and like do coke and shit?
Okay, like I said, when I went to Prosser...
That's a
back
good
in
question.
2012, and mind you, this was a year
It's a
after I got
valid
out.
question.
Like around 2011. And so when I went to those parties, I started doing coke myself.
Okay.
And I couldn't get it for myself. I had older dudes I knew that were like 6, 7 years older than me that I would
Now,
give it
you
to.
see Ronnie's response to this, okay? Because like I said, I'm always going to be fair, all right? He asked a very valid question. Upchurch asked a very valid question. How the fuck do you know what the fuck was being passed around there and what wasn't? You know what I mean? And his answer was interesting. Let me, Tatted Jedi, thank you so much, buddy. Cool Dragon Ball t-shirt. Glare. The only likable thing about Glare is that Dragon Ball Z shirt. If it was for Tennessee, that would be gross. It is for Tennessee, and thank you for the $5 and fuck you. So now, since Upchurch asked this very valid question, how the fuck do you know? His response is very interesting to me. It's not, I was there, my cousins were there, and they told me. Those were not the answers. His answer was, well, back in 2012 or 2011 or whatever, then I ended up, being at parties where the older guys were trying to like get laid and give people lines and this and that. That's not relevant. Everybody, I mean, yeah, that's fucking anybody who's ever attended a fucking party. Period. Anybody who's ever attended a party knows that there's a likelihood that some older creep is going to show up with drugs, So all this is a blown up theory, guys. This is now this little theory by this fucking not credible. I don't even know how to say it as far as this context goes, but a not credible person who is completely anonymous calling in and saying, well, my cousins were there and they say this is what happened. And now when Upchurch confronts him and says, well, how do you know that's what happened? He's like, well, when I used to go to a party, well, that's not an answer to the question. So I'm with Church so far on this. All right. Like I said, I'm going to be fair and I'm not going to not be fair. I promise.
Give it to me. And I wasn't the only one they would give it to. They would give it to a bunch of other people. So it was like I was in the younger crowd being assisted by the older crowd for giving drugs. That type of stuff. And so I used to do shrooms. I used to hang out with clampers, if you know who clampers are. I don't know if you know who clampers are.
I don't know what that is.
But they're like,
okay,
so Church doesn't know what
girl?
it is either.
No, I don't know her. I don't know
your cousins.
No, they don't know. They don't know any. They went with their other friends from Sierra College. They don't know Sammy. They don't know Kylie. They don't know Jagger. They don't know none of them kids. None of them. They got. When I asked them how they knew about what.
So if your cousin's like seen her doing drugs and like drinking or whatever, and everybody's drinking and shit.
No, they didn't see her doing. They didn't see her doing drugs. They didn't see her drinking. They saw her and she looked like she was drunk.
No. You said your cousin seen her all fucked up.
Yes, I just said that they seen her drunk. That doesn't mean they seen her drinking.
He did say that.
What? They didn't see her. They didn't see.
What? You said what?
Drink to
get drunk. I can't hear you. Say it again. You're cutting out.
You have to drink to get drunk.
Yes, but that okay. If they see someone or stumbling around, okay, yeah, they must be drunk. That doesn't mean I'm seeing them sitting down and starting to participate and keeping it going. Like
Upchurch, listen, man. If you're trying to get somebody to admit something on a live stream, don't argue semantics because it's just going to make you look foolish. That's why Ickmel's chat was calling you out and saying, "What the fuck's with this fool?" Because you're sitting here just trying to argue semantics with somebody, and you're using your own like weird form of interrogation, but you're not skilled in interrogation. So don't try to do that because this guy is going to straight up be like, well, I mean, what are you talking about? Just because, yeah, okay. I didn't say that I saw anybody. I didn't say that I saw her drinking. I'm just saying that I saw her. She looked intoxicated, apparently, or sorry, my cousins saw her intoxicated. That's what I said. I didn't say that I saw her ingesting any type of substance that is going to impair her behavior. I'm just saying that I saw her behavior impaired, or my cousins did.
That's how they told me that they saw her. They saw her like that. They didn't see her do coke. They didn't see her do shrooms, but those drugs were there. That doesn't mean they saw them do that stuff.
So your cousins, when they were leaving, they seen her still there, just like the Sammy girl, right?
No, like they left. They didn't pay attention to her leave. They left, and so
why are okay? This is Upchurch. Let me address you with something directly because like I'm a firm believer of something. Okay, I'm a firm believer that a creator, their chat, their followers are a reflection of the creator. The way they behave, everything. I think that is a reflection of that creator in a lot of ways. Okay. And I saw you lash out in a community post and whine and cry, calling me a little Irish midget. And he goes to Planet Fitness. Like, yeah, okay. He drinks water. Good one, by the way. But I'm seeing a lot of your followers in here, and they're just so upset. They're so like this one here. Where's this one here? Skyfall feels threatened. Skyfall, why are you wasting time critiquing Upchurch? Why are you doing this? Don't do this. Please don't do this. Somebody threatened me. I had that highlighted at the beginning of the chat. Somebody was like, you better not air this, bro. Like, dude, like, why do you feel threatened? You know, like you whined and bitched. Okay. Before I even continue, because we got a long night, by the way. But before I continue, I'm going to address the fact that you whined and bitched at the Summer Wells thing because I accused you of being irresponsible because you just threw accusations and implied accusations at Summer Wells' parents without any evidence, without any proof, nothing, right? And then your response was to whine and cry and go, "What? Why doesn't anybody teach me?" And then I got flooded comments going, "Well, Glare, it's not fair that you call out Ryan Upchurch and you don't try to teach him and help him with true crime." This is me trying to do that, okay? This is me trying to do that. And you're taking it as an attack. Now, if you wanted to actually reach me behind the scenes and we could talk, because I think that you and your platform would be a great thing to help crime cases. I just think that your approach is super irresponsible because you're more focused on being funny, you know? And okay, cool. I'm glad that you're funny. I think you're funny, but there are certain things that you're doing that are very irresponsible. And you know, your fans don't seem to understand this. I'm not trying to embarrass you. I'm not trying to humiliate you. I'm not trying to be a dick. You know, I do come off as a dick. That's true, you know. But I still stand by overall that I would love to see your channel do something great as far as these crime cases go, because you're obviously passionate about them. I get that. You see these missing people, there's something in your heart that gets struck, just like mine. We're no different in that sense. I'm just saying, when you spin these crazy narratives, people could possibly get hurt. And that's what I criticize. When I cover, it's not just you. You're not the only person that I talk about and call out on this, dude. You're just the newest. You're the most recent. That's it. You're not special. You're just the most recent. I don't give a shit how many subscribers you have. The only factor of you being as popular as you are that matters to me is the fact that your audience is bigger and it could cause more damage. There are more people that could be influenced by your irresponsibility. That's all I'm saying.
Obviously, I don't know. Like, they just left. They left at 10:30. That doesn't mean like,
bro, that's not what you said.
Welcome, Mandy
what,
BS.
what are you saying?
You're
You're trying to tell me that
that's not what you said.
Are you trying to tell me that my cousin saw her there when they were leaving?
You said he did.
Okay, look, they did not see her leave. They left at 10:30. Everything else has been known for her to be staying later.
I said your cousins left and you still seen her there, right?
No, they did not see her when they left.
That's what the fuck you said,
Oh,
bro.
hold on. All right, let's chill. Let's chill, man. Let's chill.
Oh my god.
Let's chill. Oh my god.
Dude, if I say something like, "Oh, my cousins left and she was still there,"
I want to be fair here, like,
because
because right now I'm laughing at Ryan. Let me be fair here. I'm going to rewind this a little bit, just so we get clear. I want to make sure that he didn't have a reason to blow up like that.
You said he did.
I mean, I'm seeing them sitting down and starting to participate and keeping it going. Like, that's how they told me that they saw her. They saw her like that. They didn't see her do coke. They didn't see her do shrooms, but those drugs were there. That doesn't mean they saw them do that stuff.
So your cousins, when they were leaving, they seen her still there, just like the Sammy girl, right?
No, like they left. They didn't pay attention to her leave. They left, and so obviously, I don't know. Like, they just left. They left at 10:30. That doesn't mean.
Bro, that's not what you said.
What are you saying? You're trying to tell me that
that's not what you said.
Are you trying to tell me that my cousin saw her there when they were leaving?
You said he did.
Okay, look, they did not see her leave. They left at 10:30. Everything else has been known for her to be staying later.
I said your cousins left and you still seen her there, right?
No, they did not see her when they left.
That's what the fuck you said, bro.
Hold on. All right, let's chill. Let's chill, man. Let's chill.
Oh my god.
Let's chill.
Okay, wait a second. Because the details matter here. Now, I don't know if he actually said that. Did he actually say that the cousins saw her leave? I'd like an answer to that, because I'd have to review, but I'd like to know if somebody has a link and a timestamp. I'd love to actually find that out if he actually said that, because the details do matter as far as this argument goes. But Upchurch is getting mad.
Oh my god.
Dude, if I say something like, "Oh, my cousins left and she was still there," that's because everyone knows she stayed there.
Mill.
Who's everyone?
All the reports, including her friend. She stayed later. Everyone knew that already. She obviously, she stayed till like what, 12:30? Those reports were already out. Like, why am I getting ringed over? Like, she was already confirmed to be.
Look, man, there's just some stuff that doesn't sit good with me. And everybody in the comments is like, well, why are you getting so mad? Because I have a sister that's Kylie's age. All right?
Okay, bro, I understand. Dude, I have 3 girls. Like, and here's the other thing that you're saying that did kind of bother me. I'm not trying to argue or anything, but you're saying, like, well, why is he laughing about it? I'm not sitting here laughing like I think something fucking funny. Like, I don't go, like, you can ask, like, Mel, you've never spoken to me on your, like, publicly or, like, on your page like this before. And I haven't been out in, like, this type of setting to where there's, like, thousands of people listening to something. Like, I'm just nervous, dude. Like, it's not like I'm laughing because I think shit is fucking funny.
No, I'm going to go over Ryan's videos, too.
I don't, but at least I can shed light on what type of fucking parties happen out here, especially because I participated in them. Like, and I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, I'm proud. I used to do fucking coke. I'm not proud. I have 3 girls. I'm not fucking proud of it. But I do know what type of dudes are out here and what parties, because I've been at hella parties where there's
now
hella
notice
older
something
people there.
Though
Like,
I could see Ryan and where he's coming from in this sense, because he's now talking in a first person. He's not being like, oh, my cousin's this, my cousin's that. I know what it's like. He keeps going back to that. I know what it's like. I know that coke is passed out by older guys at these parties. He keeps saying that. So I could see being like, dude, this motherfucker is shady as fuck. But what's Ryan gonna do here? Like, what is he gonna break the guy?
Realistic. I'm just being realistic, especially because I'm from the area. If I was like fucking in like Texas and I was speaking for Cali, I don't think I'd be able to hold weight at all. But I'm literally like right next to the fucking area. I know hella people out here who can vouch for me and shit. I've been to so many damn parties out here, and I think it's terrible what fucking happened to her. Like, I'm not, but I'm just speaking from experience.
So he feels attacked right now.
Can
like,
I ask you some questions? Like, just
yes.
Out of curiosity.
Now, what Ryan doesn't seem to understand is right now, this dude is already on the defense. He's not a dumb guy. Now, he might be kind of dumb, but there's a certain level of dumb that nobody like goes under. Nobody falls under, right? There's a certain level of dumb. And at this point, this guy is defensive. So whether he's guilty of something or whether he's not, Ryan is trying to find out if this guy is guilty of something. He's already interrogating this guy. And, you know, and Ickmel, bless his heart, he's just like, I got Ryan Upchurch and the Ronnie guy having a conversation on my channel, and this is just gold fucking content. Bless his heart. But what's really funny about that is what Ryan doesn't seem to understand is this dude he's already on the defense. So now he's going to answer things based on the idea that he's being accused of something. That seed has been planted. I'm being accused of something. So no matter what, every answer that comes out of this dude's mouth going forward is going to be defensive.
Okay. How do you think, as a local,
okay,
what do you think happened? How do you think she magically like disappeared? Like seeing so many people during.
I don't think she magically disappeared. I don't.
What's that?
In my true opinion, based off. Like, here's the thing. Nobody really has gone missing around here. That hasn't happened. People have overdosed, been stabbed over drug dealings and all that. But based off this, like, unique situation where, like, the party was so fucking big and it was out at Prosser Campground where, and when you go to party there.
Oh, for sure.
You go on a dirt road and there's like a clearing where people party. And the cops won't really necessarily hear that because when I went years back, like, the cops never came for us either. But I think because there were so many people there, I think someone fucking did something to her. I think someone took her. To be honest,
somebody at the party that was there done something. Maybe it was an accident.
I think it was either an accident, an OD because of drugs there, or there was actually a dude who took advantage because there was hella fucking people there, and it's hard to keep track of everybody there. Someone fucking took an opportunity and fucking did something. That's my opinion.
Do you think anybody that has been shown and stepped up, do you think they know?
That's hard because I don't like putting things on people like just off them talking, because I feel like if someone hasn't been interviewed before, like
smooth.
you know, like coaching or something, if someone's speaking for the first time, like I don't think Sammy's done interviews before this, obviously. So I think obviously she might say things and make a mistake and all that, but I don't necessarily agree with everything she said. But I can't necessarily see that she's guilty. I do think someone else. I think an older dude did it. I think there was an older guy there. I think there was probably older dudes there, and she got taken.
That's interesting. I don't know what Ryan says in response to that, but that's interesting because according to him, his cousins were the older guys there, right? I mean, weren't his cousins the older guys there? So, I mean,
that is my opinion, because there's so many back roads, or so many back roads you can take there. And you can head off towards Tahoe, and they have like Airbnb houses where people like rent out, but a lot of empty houses and shit. And there's hella places to stash. That's what I think happened.
Why do you think her phone pings there and her car is elsewhere? Where do you think the car went?
Well, here's my honest opinion. Because I feel like
no, it doesn't mean anything. I heard
references saying like people. I forgot where it was. I think it was on Facebook.
I'm just playing devil's advocate
here,
here,
right? I think if she had the latest update on an iPhone, you're allowed to track an iPhone when it's off. Like you can track it when it's off. The only time I don't think you can track it is if it's smashed or it's underwater. So that's why I think someone smashed up her phone, probably tossed it in the water, and took off with her. That's what I really do believe happened. Because out in Prosser, there's not a whole lot of way to drive. If someone was just going to stash her car off in like a clearing or in the woods, I think they would have found it by now. So I think the car's in like a garage.
Like that's what makes me suspicious. And you have to understand. I mean, dude, look at the chat. This is why nothing gets fucking said. Because this is why nothing. Yeah. Everybody wants to be this guy. No.
Yeah.
To me, this guy on the phone said something that sounded fucking out of place. And yeah, it did sound out of place to a lot of people. He said he had cousins. He didn't say who the fucking cousins were. He said that they seen her doing all this shit. So, I mean, hello. I mean, I'm going to ask you, what is your name again?
Ronnie.
Okay. Do you think at least what you said was a little bit fucking like weird? I do. If you don't,
I would. Cool. Okay. No, I honestly would be like, well, how does he have this much information? But I literally told you why. Like I've been in this area for over 20 years.
Exactly. Like now we're getting to talk because see, I'm seeing these motherfuckers over here, you know, automatically take up for Ronnie. And look, that's cool if you want to do that, but you can't take up for someone you don't know. They have to explain.
No, I get you. I completely understand.
Now that's what usually happens is, you know, and he's not used to that because he's got people defending him in my chat. And now here he is in Ickmel's chat, who has, a lot of subscribers, but he's got a loyal following. So they're going to be objective. And the way that they see it is Ronnie was nice enough to call there. So Ickmel's chat is automatically going to look at it that way and be like, you know what? Ronnie was nice enough to call, and you're being disrespectful to the guy who called into this creator's chat who we like and respect so much. So they're attacking Upchurch. You know what I mean? That tends to happen, but I don't think that he's used to that. I think that he expected to go in there and be like, I'm Upchurch, and then have the Dolly Vision reaction that he had, you know, and everybody was just going to kiss his ass.
No, not you talking to chat. Like, this is just real shit. Like, you know, you can't sit here and turn motherfuckers against each other. Yes, I had a question for him that I didn't believe some shit he was saying. He's here, you know, tell now we're having a civil conversation.
Yeah, we're having a conversation. That's that's the point of it. I mean, we had the opportunity to bring everybody together. It started out a little rough, but at least we can get everybody here and just talk about it.
Yeah, I honestly appreciate the conversation, but one thing I do want to get straight is that I was not at no damn party. I've already put out a lot of information already. If that's the case, I would have already fucking been taken in. Like, I'm not.
See, he's on the defense.
Huh?
On that, on my opinion, go back and listen to how said it.
That's very important right there. It's very important right there that he is on the defense already, and he's saying that if I did something, then the cops would already have me in custody, blah, blah, blah. At this point, you're not going to get an honest answer from this guy if he's guilty of anything. You're just not. It's not going to happen. You're not a trained interrogator. You're just not going to, it's not going to happen. This guy's going to stick to whatever story he's got, you know, and basically Upchurch basically shit the bed. Now, if he wants to be a sleuth and he wants to get down to the bottom of something, what he should have done is just played that a lot more smoothly, but he didn't. He didn't.
You were talking like you were there.
I understand what you're saying, and like I understand what you're saying. I was trying to give a perspective for people to understand. That's all I was trying to do. If it came off wrong, my bad, but that's all I was trying to do is get people to understand this shit around here, even though it's fucked up, these parties happen. These parties happen all the time. All the time.
Ickenmel, right? You pronounce it Ickenmel, right?
Really fucked up happened. But there's so many fucking parties where older dudes are there and they shouldn't fucking be there. You know what I mean? And it's just sad now that it has to be spotlighted now. And people are like, oh, this is fucked up. Yeah, it's been fucked up. It's been fucked up.
Well, shit, any kids who are listening that go to these parties, y'all need to squad up. And if y'all see somebody being weird to a girl, y'all should knock that motherfucker out. I'm getting out of here.
But like, just like I told Mel, what was it? Like, I went to a party, I don't remember when the fuck it was. I think it was like 2015. And it was all the homies there and all that. And a dude showed up. It was a house party. He showed up there. He was like 40-something years old, hella sketch.
I haven't even started to give him hell, Brandy.
He got his ass beat. Out of front of it.
Yeah, that call, Ryan.
I told
that
you
call.
That,
we had several conversations on live stream, and so that snippet that I did, the 18 minutes, just for people that aren't going to sit 2-3 hours. But he did explain like his whole background, and he lives in the area, and like he's a local, and it's kind of like he used to go party himself when he was younger. And so people seeing that 18-minute clip, they might not get the whole context of like his whole background and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I do understand.
I'm going off what I heard on your 18-minute video. And for everybody in the comments, say sorry, fuck you, I ain't saying sorry. I respect this guy. Ain't for nobody.
Wow.
Fucking Upchurch, so you can kiss my ass.
I'm Upchurch, you can kiss my ass. Nice.
But props to this guy for having a clean channel, and props to this dude for having a conversation with me, even though I'm fucking yelling. So you guys have a good day. And
all right.
More stuff about this.
There's no way.
Thanks,
all right, appreciate you guys. All right.
I've never.
Thanks, Ronnie, man. Appreciate you calling in. Yeah.
I've never talked to this Ickenmel. I want to say Ickenmel. I've never talked to this dude ever in my life. Okay. But I can tell that he's like thinking, and I don't want to speak for him, but my observation is that he's looking at Upchurch like he was a total jackass. Like clearly a total jackass on his channel. Like, I'm Ryan Upchurch and fuck you. Fuck you. I'm Ryan Upchurch. I do what I want. Kiss my ass. Classy. Now, give me a second here. Sorry. Some of these I got to find, and they're a little difficult to find. So, all right. So let's go into this real quick here.
First things first. Ickenmel, thank you for letting me on your show earlier. Sorry I flew a little off the handle. That guy didn't really like him that much. And I'm glad I didn't, because I still don't like him that much. But I do like you. You're a pretty nice guy. I can still be your rowdy friend.
If that's okay with you.
I'm just playing.
Wow.
You see in this Callie Rodney case, this
All
weird Ronnie guy who came out of nowhere. He's like, hey, I'm a park ranger for drugs. Who, me? Innocent Ronnie from around here where the girl went missing? Oh, yes. I just know all the knowledge about around here. Yeah, my partying days are over. Did I?
Okay, give me a second here. Annie O, let me address this comment. I'm sorry, but Glare, this case is a missing 16-year-old girl. It's not funny at all. This is an MGL or crap going on. This is a teen missing. You want to call people out? Don't do it on people. TT. I don't know what that means, what to TT means, but don't call me out on making jokes and being funny when every video that this dude puts out is designed to be funny. Okay? Let me say that one more time while I have your comment highlighted here. Don't call me out on making jokes and being funny when I'm calling out somebody who is putting out videos regarding a missing girl's case that are designed to be funny. Okay? Like, use your eyes. Use your eyes.
Did I mention my name's Ronnie? I have 3 children, but boy, do I know about all the cocaine and partying around here. My partying days are over. I haven't partied since 2012 or 16, but man, do I know all about that party that happened last week. Pfft, that old Ronnie. I know all about that party last week. Do you want to know how I know? I went to a party in the same spot a decade ago.
Like before they left, because they left around like 10:30 or 11.
Darn, another 10:30 or 11.
I know, it's so much fun.
There's a lot of 10:30s around here.
It started to grow really big. I would say around 10 to 10:30.
Holy crap, another 10:30. It's almost like she is the cousin.
So before that, I would guess around 8 or 9.
Right, because nothing that he's doing here is designed to be funny, right? I'm the bad guy because I'm showing him trying to deliberately be funny. Okay. Like, you guys are speaking volumes, speaking for him, by the way. You guys are really helping him out, speaking for him with your logic. I love it. Like, that's why I'm not booting none of y'all. Like you guys are just strengthening my argument more and more and more, and I love it. It's so much fun.
Dang, Ronnie, did your cousins tell you that? Well, I don't know how your mysterious cousins that weren't there yet seen that, but I damn sure do see Sammy seeing that.
Because supposedly she had gotten there around 9, something like that, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yes. His cousins who don't know who she is at all whatsoever that went to that party knew exactly when the girl they don't know got there.
And have the cousins
So when they
spoke
saw
to
her, she was drunk.
Well, I'll be damned, Ronnie. Your cousins were in the wrong time, at the right and wrong place. Ain't that some shit?
Ain't that some shit?
I asked them, did you guys know her? Were you guys friends with her? But they had no type of connection with her whatsoever.
Yeah, the 2 cousins that probably don't exist, that don't know her, in a party of 600 people. When she got there, they were like, look, there's the girl that we don't know. She is drunk. Ah, yes. She must have stuck out like a sore thumb. Who does she think she is coming to this party drinking at this party where everyone's drinking? Weird.
But yeah, but for sure, those other drugs were definitely there. So.
Man, this mysterious Ronnie and the Meg and the Sammy, woof. They seem like they really know each other pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't know if she participated, but it'd be unfortunate if she did because with cocaine, you can't tell what it's laced with because a lot of the coke out here is not pure cocaine.
See, this is what makes me think you're so full of fucking shit, motherfucker. The cocaine, and it's just not the same cocaine. It's laced, the cocaine is. Do you know somebody that came there with cocaine, motherfucker? It sounds like you do know somebody that came there with cocaine and gave it to someone they shouldn't have gave it to.
And then if you're combining that with maybe doing some shrooms or drinking, smoking weed.
Ah, yes, all the 1030s. Yeah. Just like Meg when she got out of the car. It's like, whoa, bong rips to the face. Like, no, I don't want to. All these bong rips. And then Sammy,
sorry, he makes me laugh. He's a funny guy. He makes me laugh. I'm big enough to admit that. He makes me laugh. But that is a good point. Like, I can't get over the Meg thing. The Meg thing where she's saying these guys forcefully, like 5 guys forcefully came at me with bong rips, and I left after 10 minutes because they did that without my boyfriend present, and they were forcefully trying to make me take bong rips. That's a weird story coming from anyone. I don't care if you're 16. I don't care if you're 26. I don't care. Like, that's a weird story.
Oh yes, so wild. All these drugs I'd never heard of before. Like, why are you at our party? Get those drugs away. You full of shit too.
When people come up here, because I stay in close to the area. I'm really close to it.
Well, that's good to know. You're really, really close to this area where she went missing. How convenient is that?
There's a dispensary right off the freeway where I live.
Oh, there's a dispensary where they sell weed. Do you shove bong grips in people's faces afterwards? That's what happened to Meg.
And when people go up there, they stop at the dispensary and they buy hella stuff there. And then,
oh, really? I bet it's older guys, right? It's older. You don't know these other girls. You don't know Sammy. You don't know Meg. You don't know Kylie. But you're about to probably say something about older guys and like getting them to do bong grips, right?
There was a video clip that we saw, and there was I guess the friend had said that, like, you know, there were some guys there that, like, I guess, like,
his videos are funny. I can't help
her
it.
smoke.
They're funny.
A bong or whatever, or take bong rips. Yeah, I don't know. Are guys like pursuing the girls there?
What it is basically like if you got a bunch of older dudes there.
Oh my gosh, I'm a fucking psychic.
A lot of these older dudes, I think they do they don't necessarily force it on them, but they're like, hey, do you want to do some coke? And they're like, yeah.
Listen to this guy. Hey, what about bong rips? Oh no, the coke. Yeah, the coke. The coke thing that happened. I mean, didn't happen. Could happen if there was coke. There was coke. You knew about it.
I mean,
Ronnie, whoever the fuck Ronnie is.
Hey,
you see what I'm saying?
Like, yeah,
right there, he flat out accused this Ronnie dude of being there. Okay. Now, normally I would be like, that's fucking insane. What are you doing? And I'm still kind of doing that because of what I'm about to say now. Now, this Ronnie dude is anonymous. Nobody knows who he is, where he's at. We're going to get into that because Ryan here tries to track him down, and he does it in a very funny Scooby-Doo kind of way. And at least Scooby-Doo had success, like 100% success rate, by the way. Scooby-Doo totally did. But Ryan's trying to apply the same methods and expect the same result, forgetting that Scooby-Doo was a cartoon. But it was really funny to me because, like, these people right here, this dude right here, he's saying he's accusing him of he's accusing this dude right here of being at the party, whereas it's kind of harmless because the dude is anonymous. There's no way to find out who this dude really is. You know what I mean? At least I don't think so. But what if somebody tries to pull the same shit when they try to expose other anonymous YouTubers, right? Where somebody who's completely innocent gets doxxed because they're like, this is who you are. I figured out who you are. And it's not even the right person. And then some innocent person just sitting there minding their own business who doesn't even fucking watch YouTube is like, what the fuck? Why are people harassing me? And why are people fucking sending death threats to my job? What the fuck is going on? That's what could happen. That's why that's dangerous. Even though the guy is anonymous, that could happen. Okay? So please be mindful of that. Please be mindful of that.
Friends, and then she go gets 2 more of her friends.
Wow, Ronnie, your scenario is very, very familiar. You know, if someone shows up with some coke and this one chick has 2 other chick friends and they're like, sure.
And then he's like, oh, I got the attention of these girls. And then he's just having a good time getting them to do more coke, giving them free coke and all that. But
go on, Ronnie. Tell us about this scenario about someone possibly, you know, going to a party and giving 3 women cocaine. Well, 2 young women and 1 child.
He's looking at it like, oh, I'm getting the attention from
and
the female.
shout out to Monty real quick because I'm kind of pissed because now, like, it wasn't even bothering me before, but now, like, this dude with his face stuffed with chewing tobacco is just like fucking getting on my nerves, and it's only because Monty pointed it out and I can't get it out of my head.
Females,
right,
no matter how old they are.
No matter how old they are? Are you saying that because there was actually a 16-year-old there, or are you still talking hypothetically?
He is talking hypothetically.
It's a dirty thing, and that's what was really sad is that a lot of the dudes there were older.
Oh, most of the guys there were older. Did you see them with your own eyes, or do you call your eyes your cousins? My cousins seen them. These old men, not me. Even though I'm talking like I'm the one who seen them.
They weren't young like that.
How did word spread out? Because I heard like it was like Snapchat or like.
So I asked my cousins how they heard about it, and they said it started going around Sierra College like maybe a month or two before it happened. They heard about it from other people on campus, and they're saying, "Hey, you gonna go?" And then they got the address, and they just planned to go. It just spread word everywhere. Like,
darn those cousins of yours getting into mischief.
They were hearing about it. I didn't know about the whole possible people coming from.
Hey, this isn't funny, Ryan. Don't make
who
jokes.
else mentioned really far out locations that
Don't
were
make
like
funny videos, Ryan.
Weird. Sammy did. Really weird. An 18-year-old girl and a 30-year-old guy with 3 babies just knows about this campus party shit.
I do know it hit all the way in Sierra College, which is. And no, I was not there.
Well, I'll be darned, y'all. Case closed. Ronnie said he wasn't there.
No, my wife would kill me.
All right, yeah.
Bro, my wife would kill me if I went and done coke with fucking kids, dude. Well, hopefully she'd fucking divorce your ass.
You know, but they saw her.
Yeah. They've already spoken with the police and told them everything they know, but there wasn't much that they could have said that was different than many other people there.
Who, Sam?
Hey, waitress for Jesus, could you ask Jesus to get me a Diet Coke? Thank you.
Me and Megs or your fake ass cousins?
Because a lot of the people there just said, yeah, I saw her around because she was, like they told me, they said when they did see her, she was walking back and forth. Like she was talking to this person, talking to that person, so they just kind of figure, oh, she has a lot of friends.
What are these so-called cousins doing, bruh? You think it's special that someone's walking around at a party?
Team Ronnie?
Y'all said it was huge. The biggest one ever imagined. So crazy. The only fucking people I've heard say that is fucking Megs, Sammy, and this random Ronnie dude out of fucking left field. But this one tiny ass little girl walking around is like, oh my God, do you see this girl walking around talking to me? Like, what the fuck is she doing?
You know, but if she didn't know those people, well, she sure acted like it. Or she was friendly.
So now what, Ronnie? Did your cousins just like sit there and be like, look at this girl being so friendly with everyone? You know, I think it's funny that he's not mentioning anything about the Sammy girl since the Sammy girl was with her and stuck together like a little pair. Y'all all full of shit.
How many people do?
There you go. Right there, Ryan. Right there. And this is the first video you did on this Ronnie dude, Ryan. The first video you did on this Ryan or on this Ronnie dude, and you're saying he's full of shit. Right there is enough. Right there to me is enough to be like, this Ronnie dude is full of shit. You know, no disrespect to Icked Mel and his chat or whatever. You know, I don't know that dude. I don't give a fuck. I don't know that dude. But you know, people going Team Ronnie in my chat and Team Upchurch, like this is what's become of the Kylie Rodney case is Upchurch and some anonymous caller and some feud between the two of them. Hilarious, by the way. Like, proves my point. The point that I've been making over and over again for the past 4 years. And I'm just going to keep proving it, by the way, because he doesn't only double down, he triples down. I'm just saying, it's kind of ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Because now Upchurch's contribution to this is, and I'm all for it. in a way. Now I just find it funny. Now I can just have something about Upchurch that I can laugh about and not get pissed off about, right? Because this Ronnie dude is fucking irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. He means absolutely dick to this case. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I think that he is completely full of shit. I think that he is just expressing a very hypothetical scenario that anybody has done 1,000 times in somebody's chat that's been talking about this case, which is older guys show up and sometimes they got coke and blah, blah, blah. And I think it was an older guy. You know, great, bro. Great. Why don't you just let law enforcement do their fucking job? Because that's where I'm at right now. Where I'm at right now is I'm grateful. I'm grateful. People are like, well, why is law enforcement pulling back the search? Well, because they searched that whole entire area. They exhausted every resource they have as far as search efforts go. Professionals that specialize in searching, that has been exhausted, including the community. They have searched that place high and low. They have divers in the waters looking for this vehicle. They have found nothing. And so at this point, they've pulled back the efforts from the search. That doesn't mean that they stopped searching, people, but they've pulled back efforts from the search and they are focusing more energy on the investigative part of things, which is what everybody's fucking complaining about in the first place. All of you people that are sitting there going, oh, well, you know, Sammy knows something and Ronnie knows something and blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? Now that's what's happening. Law enforcement is focused on the party. I'm telling you. And I stand by this. I've said it from the beginning. The answers to whatever happened to Kylie Rodney are at that party. Period. They are at that party. The answers to what happened to her are amongst somebody that was at that party. At least that's the beginning of that road. Okay? So they're smart and they're going, okay, we've exhausted every resource we have on searching. All right? We're going to keep searching, but we're just going to pull back a little bit of that effort and put more into the investigative aspect of things to get answers. To me, that's exactly what they should be doing.
Who do you think were there?
Oh, my cousin said there was at least over 300 people there. Like three, yeah, it was packed.
Who does that sound like?
It grew to be way, way larger than ever expected. It just blew up. Like, it started to get to the point where I was getting overwhelmed, and I'm a very social person. I've been to a lot of these parties.
What are the odds? Ronnie's been to a lot of these parties too. He's pretty social as well. He knows a lot about coke.
That's why it's like and there was a bunch of kids there. Like, there was a bunch of kids from school there, but like
there was a bunch of kids from school there. What school do you go to? 30-year-old guy who has 3 kids?
It was mixed with older adults who had the drugs.
Never heard an adult go, man, there were so many older adults with drugs. That doesn't sound like something an adult says.
And my cousins, I'm just going to say, were one of the older group that had the stuff. And my cousins are 25 and 26 years old.
So they were the older ones.
Ronnie just told us
that's
that his
confirmed right there, okay? They were the older ones. He just said my cousins were the older ones that had the stuff. The stuff meaning cocaine. So, like, this dude is full of shit. Okay. Now I get him finding the dude suspicious. I get it. But again, this is going to be a long night, folks, because we're going to get into his investigation on Ronnie, which I find really funny.
His cousins were there with the cocaine. Wow.
So then you start swapping. You're hanging out with other people, and they're like, oh, you got this? Yeah, you want some? Come over here.
Well, that's pretty crazy because that's exactly what Sammy said about her and Kylie. Yeah, we were going back. We're swapping drinks, and I drank everything she drank. I'm not Ronnie's cousin, but I did everything he's saying.
Right.
There's a lot of people there, so it's kind of hard to keep track of one person. Like, everyone's kind of...
Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude. My cousins came, and, they had cocaine and hung out with 3 girls. But Wasn't my cousins. No, sir. There was lots of people there with cocaine. A whole bunch. Even if it was just my cousins, I'm going to say a whole bunch of people because that makes it harder to find out who had the cocaine that may have killed someone.
Mingling amongst each other so you can get lost in the crowd. And I don't know if anyone was really paying attention to her like that.
Oh, really? No one was paying attention to her except for your cousins because they apparently know every fucking move she made.
But it's sad that it happened. It's sad that it happened.
But it's sad that it happened.
But it's sad that it happened. I don't.
You just fucking told on yourself, you dumb fuck.
No, he didn't tell on himself.
But it is crazy how there was that many people there and no one saw a thing.
Nobody had to see nothing. Now you just fucking told on yourself. Like a lot.
Yeah.
Saw her leave.
Nobody's really
or nothing. That I just don't believe that. I know somebody had to see her leave.
Maybe it was your cousins.
Because my cousins are telling me they think that.
Because me and my cousins. Oh, you and your cousins were there. Oh wow. Are you the person that drove the car and got rid of the car? Because it sounds like it.
Wow.
But
you see what I'm saying?
Oh really?
Now.
That's weird that your cousin's seen her all.
See what that does? Do you see how dangerous that can be? Because like I said, now, again, this dude is completely anonymous, right? We don't know anything about this Ronnie dude, right? But let's just say somebody thinks they figured out who Ronnie was, and they're so fucking sure. What are the chances of somebody who, what are the chances of 1 out of 2 million people, 1 out of 2 million people going, I want to impress Ryan Upchurch so much that I fucking know that this is the guy that he was talking to on the phone, and they're mistaken, and then they get the wrong guy, and then they go after his job, they go after his family, they just harass this dude to the point to where he gets to the point to where he unalives himself. You know what I mean? Like, what are the chances that they're not that slim? 1 out of 2 million people that just want to impress this guy. How many idiots do I have in my chat right fucking now? Yes, you fucking idiots. How many fucking morons do I have in my chat right now blindly defending this guy because they like his songs? Not listening to a word of logic, not listening to a word of reason at all whatsoever, just blindly defending this guy because they think that this guy making funny little videos is the end all be all, is the fucking gospel. I got a shit ton of you stupid motherfuckers in my chat right now. Yes, Creek Squad, idiots. I'm talking to you. Fuck your mother too. I'm talking to you. Okay? All of you that have been lighting up my chat, insulting my mods, and saying all these horrible, shitty things, I'm talking to you. Because I think that your behavior in this chat has reflected and amplified my point. How many of these stupid motherfuckers that follow this dude that have no sense of logic are capable of thinking, just to impress this guy, that they track down the real Ronnie, right? And then they end up fucking doxing some dude that is just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I have no idea what's going on. And by the way, all you stupid motherfuckers are still welcome in my chat as long as you keep your comments respectful.
You're all like that, so drunk. Man, Sammy's really starting to sound like your cousin.
Yeah.
That they think that she couldn't have drove, so she passed out in her car, like went to sleep in the car, maybe someone got in her car.
You see how Sammy and the cousins are really starting to be one now? They say everything the same. One person knows her, one person doesn't fucking know her. Sammy was with her the whole time and don't know shit that happened.
Or she asked for a ride, someone to drive her car for her.
Oh my God, dude.
Ronnie, your cousins should really be detectives. Hell, They're probably out here trying to be detectives right now to solve this mystery.
Like, there was no way she could have drove. Like, that would have been asking for an accident. That's how drunk she was. Like,
said Sammy and the cousins that don't exist, and Ronnie, who is not even fucking really Ronnie. Yeah, we know.
There's no way she could have gotten a car and be like, okay, I'm only 10 minutes away. And like, no, there was no way.
Oh, really? There was no way? Why was there no way? Guy who doesn't know who she is or any of the other people? Yeah, you're fucking busted, bro.
He's busted.
Texas, hey, how you doing?
Oh, not bad. Hey, I don't believe a word that last guy said.
Tell him, Bubba.
He was there.
Oh, you think he was at the party?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Well, good luck trying to explain this shit. I don't think it's possible. And the Mexican border is kind of far away from where you're at.
Like, if you're 24, 25 years old and you're hanging around a 16-year-old, even if you don't know she's 16, I'm just using her as an example because she was 16. But remember, like, her friend was 18. So it's not to be, there's some people that are just older. But if you have like a 25, 26-year-old,
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna reach out a little olive branch here because I like to keep things real, people. Gary Schmatz, you're saying, and I keep seeing Kid Rock when I look at Upchurch. I get that. I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb here and say that Upchurch is actually more talented than Kid Rock. I'm not a Kid Rock fan at all. I've heard Upchurch's music. I think he's actually significantly more talented than Kid Rock.
And you happen to give a 16, 17-year-old that type of stuff, you're going to be in trouble.
Yep. You sure are an expert on cocaine. You are all going to be in a lot of trouble. What's wrong, Ronnie? You don't like blow?
Wow. Okay. Give me 1 second here, because there's a part 2 here, people. There's a part 2, and we're gonna go over that too. This gets interesting.
What is up, true crime community? We meet again. I'm gonna be real. I don't know how the fuck y'all do this all the time. My brain hurts, but
they should.
You're about to see some shit that no one has seen yet.
It should hurt
because this shit just happened last night, and it's very suspect, and it's very weird. And don't think you've already seen this. You haven't. I'm the only one who has this. So as some of y'all know, I've been following the Kylie Rodney case really fucking close. And yesterday I made a video called "Red Flag Ronnie" that is blowing the fuck up. It's got 106,000 views and it's been out for 13 hours. Since that video came out 13 hours ago, I've been on panels. I had Fox call me yesterday. So it's bringing a lot of attention. And with the attention, you have the people who are, possibly involved with this also watching. And I even mentioned that the other day. So last night I went live on YouTube and I started talking about the Ronnie guy. And I started to get into why I think this Ronnie guy is a red herring or a fucking made up character. Well, then my YouTube froze and I was like, fuck it. I went over to Twitch. Thank God I went over to Twitch because Twitch makes certain notes when someone is watching your stuff about that person who's watching your stuff. And when I say notes, it tells like how long they've been following you, how many times they've commented on your stuff, how many times they commented on a bunch of stuff. So I went from YouTube to Twitch. I told everybody, hey, I'm going over here to talk about the same thing. We're going to get into this Ronnie guy. Well, long story short on this part, this name comes in the chat. And everyone that was in Twitch last night seen it.
Now,
this guy come in chat named...
This gets really fun because this is where we really see Upchurch's sleuthing skills. And what's really funny about it is like he kept this up. It made him look absolutely ridiculous, but he left this up. So
in sweaty pies in pink letters. As we're sitting there talking about stuff, he's like, you got to call me, message me, call me. And I was like, what the fuck? One of the comments was, I'm a local, call me. like a local to Truckee. So I tell the dude in chat, I'm like, send me your Instagram, bro. So he ended up sending his Instagram to my moderator, Omnius and Trevor. They texted me the Instagram. So I looked the dude's Instagram up and I click message. He already messaged me earlier that day about a story about Red Flag Ronnie. Okay, so the other day when we were talking about Ronnie, I thought to myself, he might be a red herring, a false. Oh, look over here.
Red
so
herring.
I said false information about Red Flag Ronnie. And the reason I did that is because if Red Flag Ronnie is some bullshit made up thing, because if someone did create Red Flag Ronnie, and if you're trying to say, hey, Red Flag Ronnie isn't real, then they don't have their shield anymore. So they'll be like, oh, no, yes, he is. And then there'll be some out-of-place person talking about Red Flag Ronnie. So look at this message this mystery guy sent to me.
Bro, I have his Instagram. He didn't delete it.
He's trying to tell me, no, his Instagram's not deleted. I have it. I have it. I know I have it. He's also following Red Flag Ronnie, by the way.
So he accuses him of being Ronnie. He's like, hey, Ronnie, what's up? This isn't Ronnie, bro. I was on your Twitch trying to talk to you. Oh, what's your name? Myro.
At this point, I was like, I looked at Trevor and I was like,
okay, this is funny because this is just some random dude that was on his Twitch. Okay. It's just some random dude like following him, just like any of these other Creek Squad idiots in my chat right now that just blindly follow this dude and just want to impress him some way. And then there's proof of this. It just like he's the one who proves it, which is really funny. And he acts like he just did something.
But why? What the fuck? Who is this?
So this is a testament to how he treats his fans, which I find really, really interesting and funny.
Fuck, I bet, dude. I'm gonna go grab me a Yoo-hoo and shit, bro, and fucking log off this shit. I'll be back up here in like 3 minutes. I need something to drink, and I'll call you or whatever. Just tell me a number, I guess.
All right, bro, for sure. Go do your thing. I'll send you my number. Just, you know.
This is just a fan
or whatever. I wasn't.
This is just a fan who just is doing anything that he can to get in his good graces and gets to tell himself, I got to talk to Ryan Upchurch. Like, that's all it is. It's really funny.
But this Ronnie guy, he don't add up, bro.
Now, obviously, I can't show the phone number. The police might need it to help find this little girl, so I'm not putting that on here. But I'm still going to show you everything. I just can't show you the phone number. So yesterday.
And just like 90% of you idiots that are in my chat right now defending this. Just like you guys, you know, so maybe you can relate to this idiot that it just doing and saying anything he can to be able to tell himself that he got to talk to Ryan Upchurch.
Red Flag Ronnie's Facebook got deleted. It's gone. Before it got deleted, my buddy screenshotted the page. This was Red Flag Ronnie's profile picture. I was like, oh shit, a tag plate. So I had my team member Blu-ray run the tag plate. Look what happens when you look up this tag plate.
Okay. Okay, so the car's been bought and sold a bunch of times. It's a used car.
Bro, how do you run a tag to a car and it goes to nobody and it's been sold like 200 times from like 200 dealerships? All right, so now let's go back to mystery guy who's like, hey, call me. So then I told my buddy. I was
now,
like, hey.
Mind you, this dude probably used a fake phone number, like something off of an app that 100 people have probably used. Okay. Just a phone number off an app, and then all of a sudden they stopped using that app, and then that phone number was available again because guess what? I'm not using my actual phone number to call anybody that I meet online because this motherfucker might actually try to dox you like this dude is trying to do right here, which is one of his own fans, by the way, somebody who actually spends their money on this guy's music and shit.
Run this dude's phone number and see what name's attached to it. And the address. So he did. So you remember the other day how I said, listen, this Ronnie dude does not sound like he has kids. Does not sound like an adult, really. He don't sound like a 30-year-old. And if you ask me, he don't sound black. He sounds white. Remember that, because it's really significant in a minute. So the number he gave me, my buddy ran the number. I got the name back. Under one website, the names on that phone are Olga and Danielle. On a different website, the names on the phone are Kansara Sang. Okay?
All of a sudden, this is suspicious to him. This dude is using all these different aliases, Olga and Consuela. Like, no, dude. Like, the dude is just using a phone number that, like, a bunch of people have used before. Like, you tried to track the phone number and you looked it up online, and anything associated with that phone number is what your sleuthers for you track down. And this is just beautiful how this goes down.
Think about this. I have a mystery guy who just started following my Twitch tonight, messaging me, trying to convince me Ronnie is real. His phone is in 3 females' names. I got the address back. The address was in Sacramento. Isn't that the area on Fox where the map says last seen 1 a.m.?
All right, Chris B.
So the address linked to the mystery guy's phone who wants to talk to me.
I don't know how loyal you are to my channel, and I don't fucking care. Okay? Doxing of any kind is not tolerated in my chat, ever. I don't give a shit who Ryan Upchurch's family is. I don't care to know. I don't ever want to know. That has nothing to do with anything that we're talking about here. So anybody who doxes anyone in my chat, I don't give a shit how much money you've spent on my channel. I don't give a fuck about any of that. You are not welcome. Doxing is not welcome, ever. I don't know how much clearer I could be about that. Thank you for the super sticker sadistic kitten. Thank you.
Talk to me. When you look up the address and you go to Street View, this is what you see. Scroll into it. Click Street View. Right in front of his house. See this dude sitting outside. I took a picture because of the shoes. I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy. That guy's wearing pretty much the same shoe as the Ronnie guy. Because the Ronnie guy got pressed the other day and he was like, I'm going live, everyone. And his ass went live. And he's like holding the phone like this, like away from, you don't see his arm, you don't see anything. For a split second, you see his foot and his leg. And I was like, I'm taking a screenshot. And I did.
Okay.
And
look at the shoe, folks.
It's matching to the dude sitting outside of the address that's linked to the phone. The
shoe matches.
Guy called me from saying, hey, bro, Ronnie's real. So then on my side,
the shoe matches to the dude that was caught at that sitting in his garage on Google Earth. That shoe matches because it's a sneaker and it's a dark color. We don't know what brand it is. We don't know what size it is. We don't know anything. Right. But, you know, it's a match according to, you know, Scooby-Doo here.
On my side, I'm like, what the fuck? How is this even possible? And on this side, he's like, hey, bro, Ronnie's real. And I'm like, yeah. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't going to even type no words. I'm going to send him a video of this dude sitting out front of this house and see what he does. He said, what the fuck? So then I sent him a picture of Ronnie's foot. So he's been saying, you know, I'm not really in so in this call that I got with him that'll come out later, once, you know, I know the police don't need it. In the video, he's like, you know, I really don't know much about this case. I'm just like following it because you're doing it, you know? I was like, okay. So I sent him a picture of Ronnie's foot to see if he'd freak out even more. Because, you know, he's not following the case. You feel me? He's not going to see a foot that's in this tiny scene in like a split second that I seen.
Okay. I want to be clear. All right. Scott Joyce. I never said that Upchurch doxed anybody. I don't think that he did. I'm not seeing anybody's address or anything like that. He didn't share anybody's phone number. I'm talking about people in my chat that I caught giving out real names of, I mean, I don't know if they're real names or not, but the intention was to give out real names of Ryan Upchurch, people involved in his life. That's not tolerated here. Doxing of any kind. I don't give a shit if I'm dragging the person, if I'm reviewing the person. That shit is not fucking tolerated here. I'm not interested in anybody's personal information. I do not go real life on people. I think it's cowardly as fuck. And if anybody tries to use my chat to do it, they will be ejected and never seen from again on this channel.
No way.
he's so fixated on this dude's shoe. he's so fixated on the shoe, which I think is fucking classic. Okay, like, look, you see that? Does that, I mean, how do you know that that's a match for the shoe, dude? Because they kind of look alike. How many dark colored low tops are there out there? Just curious. How many dark colored low tops are there out there? Now he asks a valid question. The dude types, "That's Ronnie's shoes," and then he says, "How do you know?"
Whose shoes? Ronnie's shoes? How do you know it's Ronnie's shoes? Huh? Did you create Ronnie? You did. And at this very moment is the part where I had to tell him, yeah, I got this address from the phone number you gave me, dummy. How'd you know that was Ronnie's shoe? Oh, that was when he was going to try to help the police with the case. I mean, he's suspect. He is so suspect. Which one is it?
Now, the narrative he's trying to create here is that the guy that he's texting with is actually Ronnie, the guy that he spoke to and confronted on Mel's channel. That's just not true. Like, and what's funny is he proves it here. Why the fuck he did that, I don't understand.
I didn't even get the chance to tell him. No, it's a fake Ronnie. It must be a fake Ronnie, not a real Ronnie. You're fucking stupid, man.
Wow, dude.
The phone number you gave me pings to the picture.
Now, the fact that he's even like entertaining this dude still at this point shows me, at least gives me an inkling of Ryan Upchurch's intelligence and common sense. I find this really funny.
Picture I sent you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You just said those are Ronnie's shoes. Ronnie's shoes are at your house? How are Ronnie's shoes at your house? Dog, the picture that I just sent you pings in Sacramento. The picture that I sent you is the Google Earth street image of the house connected to your phone. You just said those are Ronnie's shoes.
Along with all of the other shit.
It's the address connected to your phone, dog. The phone number you told me to call? Yeah, that address is connected to your phone.
Bro, I live in Placer County. I don't live in Sacramento.
This poor kid.
I live in Roseville.
Now, does that sound like Ronnie to you? Does that sound like Ronnie to anybody?
My driveway. Are you sure you got the right number?
You sure that's my address? Well, I don't know. Is it your fucking address? You should know your address. Is it the number? Yeah, it's the number you gave me. That address is connected to your number. So Blu-ray went to the Ronnie pictures that were on the Ronnie page that's deleted to face scan the pictures for the internet.
Address this
Guess
comment.
what?
Jason Brand, there's no such thing right now as a YouTuber who's trying to do anything important with this case ethically, other than try to spread information as far as her description and what you can do if you see her, which is call your local, well, not your local, but the local law enforcement agency assigned to finding Kylie in Truckee. So that's all you can do. Okay. I'm not here right now trying to find Kylie. The only thing that I'm doing is I share my mods throughout the chat will share her description. That is all I can do. I will discuss opinions based on things that is released by law enforcement, but I'm not, you're never going to see me review and give these deep rooted opinions on some random asshole that called some YouTuber. You know what I mean? To me, that's nothing until that person is verified as by law enforcement as somebody who's relevant to the case. That means dick to me. It means nothing. But I will share information verified by law enforcement and then give my opinions on that. That's all I'll do. Because to me, that's the only responsible thing, even remotely responsible thing that somebody can do. This, what he's doing right here is just humiliating somebody who gives him their money.
No matches found. What do you fucking know? Then he tells me, oh, I'm confused. You're telling me about some guy's random shoes. No, I posted a picture of a shoe and you went, those are Ronnie's shoes. I mean, that's what happened.
I just checked my phone number and my phone number matches my address.
This kid's just like confused. He's like, I just wanted to be your best friend because I love your songs.
Oh, are you sure? Because I even checked in the Placer County phone book.
Yes, I typed your number in and it doesn't come up. It comes up all the other names that I gave the cops. And you checked what? The phone book? Oh, okay. Is there an owl on a branch out there licking the goddamn a Tootsie Pop to see how many fucking licks till the end?
Hey, Ryan, could you, I mean, it might behoove you, in the words of BHB, it might behoove you, Ryan, to to ask your fans to not speak for you when it comes to you being intelligent, because this dude can't even spell the word sense correctly. Just so you know, just a shout out, just trying to help.
The end. Shut the fuck up.
Ryan, are you trying to switch some shit up on me or what? Because
this poor guy, dude.
I'm so confused. I thought me and you are on each other's sides. Why would I be going against you? I'm trying to find out just as much as you are on this case. And I'm trying to help you out and try to get myself information about this case because something seems odd, bro. But yeah, send it to me. Let me see, because this is shocker to me. Why the hell? I don't even have black neighbors. All my neighbors are white. And I only have 4 neighbors.
Remember how I said
God, dude.
Ronnie sounded like a white dude?
No. I'm petty as fuck like that. Top Cat, I'm petty as fuck like that. Don't try to play it off like you misspelled on purpose. You were stupid and can't spell. Stop it. We all know it. You're exposed as somebody who couldn't pass 3rd grade.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just checked, and my phone pinged in Roseville. That's in Placer County. Homie, you trying to set me up. I know you is.
What?
Upchurch. Don't, bro. Come on now.
That's this poor guy, bro. Like, look at this guy. Look at this poor guy's fucking face, bro. He's like, you're trying to set me up. You're trolling me like you do, and blah, blah, blah. He made a whole video trashing this poor guy. Now, the dude should never have fucking called and been like, I'm going to use the Kylie thing to get close to Upchurch. You know what I mean? He should have never done that. Like, if he's a fan of Upchurch, he knows he's perfectly capable of doing what he's doing right here. And that's what he's doing. He's just calling this dude out for being a fucking idiot, which is no progress. He's calling this the Ronnie Hunt Part 2 or whatever the fuck, Ronnie Red Flags Part 2. But there's no Ronnie involved in this whole thing. His hunt for Ronnie ended up being this guy and then some dude on Google Earth having the same shoes or something. This guy is completely irrelevant. Just some guy that was in his chat on Twitch and decided to try to manipulate Church into having a conversation with him because he's that desperate for significance. Poor dude.
I'm a loyal fan. I don't fuck with people.
Jesus, man.
That ain't who I am. By the way, this is what I look like. That you don't think I'm some Ronnie dude sitting behind the phone, you know?
I'm not Ronnie. I promise I'm not Ronnie. This poor guy, bro. This poor guy. Now, there's more. Guys, there's more because Ryan's been busy, okay? Ryan's been busy. Let me get past all my WWE shit because I get bored and I just watch like give me 1 second, guys. Just give me 1 second.
White dude last night who insisted he calls me pretty much just called me to be like, hey, it was definitely Ronnie Jones.
Bro, I don't know what you're talking about. I just checked, and my phone pinged in Roseville. That's in Placer County. Homie, you trying to set me up. I know you.
You see how his name says Miro at the top? And
Why
he's
is
like,
he so
yo,
focused?
you're trying to set me up, even though I don't fucking know who he is. All right, well, you know this Ronnie Jones guy where everybody's like, oh my God, he's innocent. You're so fucking stupid. You're stupid. Ronnie didn't do anything. All y'all shut the fuck up, and here's why. Here's what Ronnie Jones's Instagram looked like before my video. Here's what his Instagram looks like this morning.
Of course, this guy changed this fucking.
The white guy that I talked to this morning.
Okay, okay, Ryan, I'll explain it to you real quick. Okay, if you're putting somebody out there, you have 2 million people following you, and then you put somebody's Instagram out there, and all of a sudden they start getting bombarded with DMs and comments, and they just get trolled like crazy because you have clearly irrational fans. Clearly, my chat is proof of it. You have clearly irrational fans, and so you find it suspicious somehow that he changed his handle on Instagram, not wanting to delete it because for some reason he didn't think it went that far, but he ends up, because now all of a sudden this person that you think is, you're so convinced is this Ronnie person, now they change their Instagram handle because they don't want to be harassed, but that's suspicious in some way. Really? Okay.
Who insisted he called me. And this black guy, Ronnie Jones, everybody's like, oh, he's innocent. Why does both of their Instagrams have Miro on them? Yes. Yes, this is what happens when you think outside the box. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to screen record me clicking on this link on Mel's page, and I want you to watch it go directly there. Well, it appears he's so innocent that he blocked me. Well, I'm going
I wonder
to bed
why,
now.
dude. I wonder why. I wonder why he blocked you. Interesting. Jesus, dude. All right. Now, I haven't even watched this one yet, but let's. This is a phone call I got from an unknown white male in his early mid-20s that is apparently a Truckee local. This same person was able to change the Instagram of Ronnie Jones this morning. How do you know it's the same person? How do you know that? Really listen to what he's saying and who he's painting as good guys and bad guys. Okay.
Like, the thing is, you got to realize, I'm from the county, so we hear a lot of rumors. Like, every day we hear something new.
Yeah.
Like, one day we'll hear, so the longest time, everybody was blaming the parents. Like, not that the fact that they let them go, but they're like, oh, the parents have a cover-up. They're not telling the full story. And then, what's her name? Samantha, I guess, or Sammy, whatever.
Yeah.
That she's also the main investigator or whatever.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Trying to help this case, and then this happened a week ago, middle of the week now, last week, everybody switched over to the friend Maggie or whatever, and then who's that guy? What's the ex-boyfriend's name?
Oh, Jagger.
Yeah, and everybody was blaming them, and now everybody's blaming this Ronnie dude, bro. Well, okay, I still follow him on Instagram.
Oh, he has an Instagram. He has another Instagram.
Yeah, he has one that has 670 followers.
That ain't the one I followed. He had 30.
Mm-hmm. No, I think you were following the fake one, bro.
Oh, there was a fake one.
I'll send you the real one. I just sent you the real one. He's private, but I can screen record everything for you.
I seen it because I found one where he's holding a cane or something.
No, the real Ronnie is the one that's by the Dodge. What kind of Dodge Charger? Yeah, I'm not good with cars. Yeah, remember the car you're saying that has fake plates and everything?
Yeah.
Or the one that's been sold multiple times? Yeah, he even has that on his real profile. I sent it to you on Instagram.
Oh, the Ronnie guy that I found on Instagram, he had a cane. He was walking with a cane.
No, this guy he's an African American. The same guy that live that you pulled up, remember?
Now, do you guys find something funny about this right here? Because I think it's hilarious. It's obviously the same kid that he blasted out there and made look really stupid. It's the same voice. It's that same kid, right? Now, on top of that, now they're sleuthing together and trying to find out who this Ronnie dude actually is. Now, this kid who was a complete dumbass that was just like, oh, well, I just wanted to talk to I'm a big fan of yours and I just wanted to talk to you. And now they're sleuthing together. Now he's the Shaggy to his Scooby-Doo.
Remember when you were saying that it didn't add up on the Instagram? He went to go search for her.
Oh,
that was actually streamed from his real Instagram account.
Oh, well, hell, what's his Instagram?
I just sent it to you on the private DMs, or the ones that me and you were just chatting it up.
What'd you say?
DMs. I said I sent it to you on your DMs on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Let me look real quick. Hold on. Grab my phone. Sorry, I'm smoking, bro.
Congratulations. Hollered all the smokers, 420.
I've been listening for a while. That's the point. But I like how you were onto this Ronnie guy. You were word to word catching his words.
Yeah, he was trying to say that this dude was Ronnie in the first place. Now he's sleuthing with him, which I think is hilarious.
You still don't believe him? What do you mean?
I still don't believe him. He's super the whole story how his cousin showed up, but then he said, "Oh yeah, my cousin showed up during the day." And then he's like, "Oh no." And then the guy asked on YouTube, that one live streamer.
Oh yeah, Mel.
He asked them, Yeah, he asked him. He's like, "What time?" He's like, "Well, at night." Wait, that doesn't make sense. What, you said they showed up during the daytime? Like what?
Oh yeah, I did see. Yeah, I remember that.
So I just sent you his real Instagram.
Let me see.
You're just
all right.
Something ain't adding up though.
I'm about
this Ronnie guy.
Myro.
It's Myro Petrusian.
This is fucking great. Like it's Upchurch putting these videos out, which is hilarious to me. He's the one putting these videos out.
Oh god damn it! Hang on a second. My fucking YouTube phone just died.
Yeah, I don't know that life, bro. I'm just a normal 21-year-old. I don't got 2 phones.
Shit, I wish I had 2. I got fucking 8. I don't even know the passwords, half of them.
Yeah.
Bro, your number gets leaked, you just throw it in the fucking trash and keep going.
Okay, I'm spreading false information by showing this dude's content. So I'm the one spreading false information. Okay, got it.
So yeah, what I was saying is that's why I was trying to get you in the private message. This Ronnie guy, even though I did send you his real Instagram, I think it's private because everybody said in your YouTube live stream that he went private because everybody started hating on him.
Understand, people, there's no way.
Or you just saw it.
There's no way, unless Ikadmel somehow gave Upchurch this dude's information because Ronnie gave Ikadmel his information in some way, shape, or form. Unless that happened, there's no way for him to know who this Ronnie person is or how to find him. There's no way.
That's his real account. And he has his kids, his wife, his family on there.
I wonder how long he's had this Instagram.
Okay, yeah. The glare, if you are an FBI or part of law enforcement, your opinion is irrelevant. This coming from somebody defending Ryan Upchurch. I love it. I love it.
I'm checking it out then. So the thing is, anyway. So listen, that says the point. His story doesn't add up, even though he's a grown man. He has an Instagram and everything. His story still doesn't add up.
Like all of this is making sense now. Like for him to for him to shout out Plunder, and for him to show up in Dolly Vision's chat and super chat him $500, you know, it all adds up. Like we're seeing the logic behind all of this behavior right now.
Sammy, think about him.
I don't know. I don't know.
He doesn't know anything.
I don't know anything about Sammy. I just know that she's somehow half a year close with Kylie now, being friends. You know.
You don't know anything.
They weren't close.
That's true.
You're a guy that just wants to talk to Upchurch.
I'm just like you. Like I don't know. I heard it. I came back after work and I heard this girl was missing on a Saturday because I went to work the early morning. And I hear a girl is missing, bro. I was like, what the hell? And then I haven't got big into the case until you started looking into it, you know?
Yeah.
But like you said, if someone's going to speak up for the Hellcat, it's because they want revenge at the party. 300 kids, like you said, one of them is going to hate each other, you know?
Dude, for sure.
No, and I think
like,
that
I know the reason I'm saying it is because I'm speaking from a fact from myself. If I saw someone from my high school that I beef with, you know, because I beef with people, you know, once in a while we bump heads.
Yeah.
You think I ain't gonna start some stuff? Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna start some shit.
Oh yeah. I wonder if anybody will come forward, dude. What do you think?
I don't know. It's suspicious that the whole like Placer County stopped doing the press conference stuff. Like maybe they did get someone to come forward.
Oh, bro, wait till you see what they do next.
That's what I'm saying. But like, I still don't believe this Ronnie guy whatsoever. Even though, okay, that's another thing. He's from Auburn. Like, you know how you were looking up where the dealership was from?
Yeah.
I used to work in Auburn. I know Auburn like the back of my hand.
Oh no.
And there is a couple of storage, like big storage units.
Bro, there's 22.
Yeah.
That's a fuck ton.
Listen, the map what you were looking at, that was in Sacramento. That's down. That's like 40 minutes away from Auburn. That's not Auburn.
Oh.
So look, Sacramento is Sacramento County. Placer is Placer County. You went into a different county.
Oh yeah, I know. That's because what the cops had circled.
Oh, yeah. They did say Sacramento County, and then they never confirmed it though.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the point. So,
hey, bro. Hey, you might see her before anybody, bro. You freaking keep your eyes peeled.
All right. I'm sorry about that, folks. I had a little technical issue right there real quick. So let me finish this.
Morning. So I'm a local.
Hey, you might see her before anybody, bro. You freaking keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because, like, I'm always driving back to work, you know, because I work early morning. So I'm a local. If you need any information, just hit me up.
Wow.
I bet, dude. Thank you so much.
It's the same kid.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Peace.
Thank you, bro.
That's clearly the same kid.
You too.
That he was trying to say was Ronnie. So, people, how are you not seeing Ryan's sleuthing skills here? And I'm not saying that it's wrong for him to be passionate about the case. I'm not saying that at all. Like, that's great that he's passionate about the case. I'm passionate about these cases. You know what I mean? But I know my fucking place. That's all I'm saying. Like, know your fucking role, dude. Know your role. Like, offer a reward if you have the means to offer a reward. I think that's fantastic, man. That's great. But I mean, you're up here getting people all riled up, and then you got this dude Ronnie, and you got everybody hunting for Ronnie, and you don't even have the slightest clue to even take the first step to find the real Ronnie. Not even close. Like, we watched you put out videos showing how you don't do it. How not to do it. You put out videos doing that. And here you got this dude on your panel now. Now you're sleuthing with the guy when you were accusing him of being the Ronnie in the first place. Okay. Okay. How's the chat doing? Is the chat still at war here? Is that is that going on right now? Is the chat still at war? Right on, Justice AKA Depart Nicole Arbor. Yeah, all opinions are welcome, man. All opinions are welcome. Doesn't matter what they are. As long as you don't dox anybody or threaten anybody or anything like that. I mean, you can insult. I mean, you've seen Cherry in the chat. She's going to insult you. I promise you that. She's going to insult you. What's she saying here? We're talking about you getting pegged in your dreams. Yeah, all opinions are welcome, man. You guys can say anything you want as long as you're not threatening anybody or doxing anybody. All opinions are welcome. They're okay. Because that's the thing, man. Listen, I don't have anything personal against Ryan Upchurch. You know, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna like throw petty ass little insults at his personal appearance and, you know, especially heavily inaccurate ones like me being Irish and short. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do that to him, man. Like, I'm gonna be fair where it's valid to be fair. He has made some good points overall, but I'm just making the point, people. I'm just making the point that like he's over here trying to sleuth, and he feels so insecure about it himself that he feels the need to call me out on a community post and be like, "Well, the Glaire's an Irish midget and blah blah blah, but I love the female sleuthers because blah blah." Dude, like, I don't know what you're trying to say. Are you trying to say that women are more likely to jump to ridiculous conclusions before a man does? Because I mean, that's what you're trying to say. Because all you've done is jump to ridiculous conclusions. You've jumped to assumptions. You've made assumptions with absolutely no evidence or anything, and you've created a narrative that is going to publicly, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess scrutinize people that, even though they're technically adults and they put themselves in the public eye, but for you to make them out to be guilty of a crime that we don't even know took place is extremely irresponsible. That's all I'm saying. That's all I've been saying. It's all I ever say on this channel. It's all I ever do. Like, I love these man, I love having all these Upchurchers, these creek squatters in my chat right now. Upchurch has never felt insecure. How the fuck do you know that Upchurch has never felt insecure? What do you do you cuddle up with him at night? I mean, cuddling up next to the flannel shirt that you may have saw him wear during a concert because you pretend that it's Ryan Upchurch, and your flannel shirt that you cuddle up next to never felt insecure doesn't mean that Ryan has never felt insecure. I promise you. Like, I promise. It's okay. Like, it's okay for Ryan to feel insecure once in a while. I feel insecure once in a while. I'm okay with that. You know, everybody in this chat feels insecure once in a while. Anybody who says they don't is a liar. How the fuck do you know that Ryan Upchurch has never felt insecure in his life? How can you make a statement like that? Seriously, like, how fucking crazy are you people? I'm so glad you're here in my chat that I get to address you directly. I'm so glad. Like, how the fuck do you know? Like, do people still do that? Do adults still, like, because, you know, when I was a kid, right? When I was a little kid, I loved Kiss with makeup, you know? And I would like fantasize about Gene Simmons being like, you know, I was like 4 years old. So I would fantasize about Gene Simmons being like, "Hey, Will, let's go on an adventure." You know, like wrecking out his bass. And I'm just, yeah, all right, me and Gene Simmons. Like, do you guys do that with Ryan Upchurch as adults? Because there's something fucking wrong if you do. Now, if you're 4 years old, you shouldn't be in my chat. But if you do that with Ryan Upchurch, then that makes sense. That's okay. You can totally do that. It's totally cool. But I don't think you're 4 years old. I'm suspecting that a lot of you even have children of your own, and yet you're sitting here acting like you fantasize about holding hands with Ryan Upchurch while his music is playing in the background, skipping through tulips and shit, whatever the fuck you're thinking about. It's really weird. And the dudes, even worse. Like, you dudes, you guys are fucking killing me. Like, you dudes doing this shit is like my favorite. The Claire is so jealous of Ryan Upchurch. And the only reason you're here is because he fucking called me out because he got so tiny that he called me out on a community post. he got so dolly. You guys know what I'm talking about. He got so dolly that he called me out on a community post, whining, "Claire, you're a Irish midget." It's called a leprechaun, by the way, just so you know, future reference. An Irish midget is known as a leprechaun. Okay? Just one word it. You can just one word it. All right? I'm having one, Frisco chick. Thank you. I don't know what your previous comment here was, but your name is I have 0 followers, and then your comment is, did you know that? I'm guessing that's true. I'm guessing you have 0 followers. Yes. So I know it now. Thank you. You're here because you got a notification. Why are you still here, though? At a car. Thank you so much. I'm very, very desperate for his attention. And your $2 just bought that. I hope it was worth it. But thank you. Anybody else? You can absolutely insult me for a $2 super chat if you like. You can do it for free too, by the way. At a car, you didn't have to actually give me money to insult me. You know, you can do it for free. But if you want to give me money to insult me, that's cool too. I'm all for it. And I'm grateful for that couple of bucks at a core. So thank you for that. Let me clear that up. Sadistic kitten. I don't hate Teal Swan. I don't hate anybody. I don't even hate Ryan Upchurch. I don't even feel the need to write petty insults about him, if I'm being completely honest. You know, but what I care about is that people know their lane and they stay in it when it comes to a missing girl. That's what I care about, and I stand by that. Oh, I can go on for 3 hours, Frisco chick. The important thing is that you're still here. That's the important thing, okay? The important thing isn't that I'm talking about him. The important thing is that you're still here to listen to it because it bothers you so much. And that just brings me joy. It just does. Well, this is taking forever. Hold on 1 second, folks. Okay. Yeah, so basically, I mean, as long as there's a missing person, okay? As long as there's a missing person, and it becomes a high profile case, right? There's always going to be people that are just going to add whatever they can to it. They're going to jump all over it. If you think, okay, you all are accusing me, okay, well, of clout chasing and blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fair. It's fair. You know, I mean, what the fuck am I doing this for? And why am I monetizing my streams if, you know, I'm not here to capitalize in some way, shape, or form? I take my content and I capitalize on it, right? But you don't think that Ryan Upchurch, do you really think that Ryan Upchurch is doing this just out of the kindness of his heart? Right? Do you think that he's spreading misinformation on a case out of kindness of his heart? No. What it does is it creates revenue for him. Okay. Even if he doesn't have his videos monetized, even if he doesn't have his super chats turned on, if he goes live, even if those things aren't a thing and they're not happening. Okay. He is a public figure who is a musician, and his goal is to sell records. And every time that he goes live, or every time that he puts out a video on YouTube, it is with the intention to promote himself in some way, shape, or form. Okay? So don't sit here and act like, oh, well, Upchurch is this sweet, loving guy with nothing to gain from anything. No, dude. Him going public and talking about this and trying to blindly just throw fucking shit at the wall and see what sticks when it comes to this case. Well, guess what? What he's doing is he's building a reputation for himself, which is designed to sell his music more because he's a public figure. That's his job. That's what he does. It's that simple. I sound like your ex? Maybe you should go back to him. Sounds like a smart guy. Okay, have I fact-checked him? No, my point is that I just proved that this dude is putting out content that he's not fact-checking at all. Like, his fact-checking is done super irresponsibly. This dude fucking gave out a bogus phone number. He used a clone, not even a clone, just a website, an app that you can download on your phone, and it got traced back to like a dozen different things. And then he ends up like saying that's the Ronnie dude because they had matching shoes. Okay, they had matching shoes, which they didn't, by the way, but they had matching shoes, and that was what he went on. And then this dude sat there begging him, going, hey, I'm sorry, I'm a fan of yours. Why are you attacking me like this? I'm not this Ronnie guy. And then he sits there and does a phone call with the guy, like where they're like trying to get down to the bottom of the case together. It's the weirdest shit in the world. And how nobody sees through this, I find really, really funny. And you think that just because this dude has a following that he has, that I'm not going to call him out like I would any creator that's doing this with 1,000 subscribers. He's no different to me than any of them. No different. And you guys are no different to me than any of those idiots that follow those other channels either. Because you don't listen to logic. And there's a 16-year-old girl out there that's missing right now. So instead of this person with over 2 million followers using his platform responsibly and saying, hey, let's not turn this into a fucking circus. Okay. Let's think about the family. All right. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put out her information and I'm going to offer a reward. That's all he needed to do. Everything else makes it more difficult for law enforcement to do their job, because now those tip lines are going to get flooded with Ronnie, 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 Ronnie. And nobody gives a fuck about Ronnie. Nobody with any brains gives a fuck about Ronnie. Period. And I promise you that if Ryan Upchurch knows about Ronnie, law enforcement knew it before he did. Guaranteed. Okay? So calm your tits, relax, okay? Your boy is still going to put out a nice record next time. He's still going to put out a funny video. He's still going to sing songs that tug on your heartstrings. You know, it's going to be okay. All right? I didn't tear this guy down and destroy him in any way, shape, or form. I'm simply saying that he needs to know his fucking role when it comes to a real crime that possibly took place where real victims are involved and their lives are absolutely affected. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. We will do this again very soon, my friends.